Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chaos, and I'd like to welcome you back to Settlers SMP, Season 2, Episode 1. We've had the Season 2 server up for about a week, and this is the very beginning of my adventure, so we got to get started, of course, by punching some trees. So, with the first tree punched, we continue on our path towards where our base location is going to be. It's going to be in a nice, lovely autumnal valley, and you get to see a lot of the Terralith terrain through here. One of the majorly important mods we have on Settlers this season is Croptopia, and it likes to add various nut trees, fruit trees, various vegetable crops all throughout the world. And that's what this is shown right here. This is the walnut tree that I just found in the wild, and being a vegetarian type character, which we'll get to in a little bit, I'm collecting everything non-meat related. So yeah, walnuts. And then we got, what is this? Cashews. Yeah, we got a cashew tree up there too. I do kind of ignore that in favor of just grabbing the walnuts though. Now, what you see me coming up on here is a Mind Cells portal. It's from a mod that is essentially recreating the game Dead Cells inside of Minecraft. These portals activate once you find a diamond, and I just so happen to find one by killing a zombie thanks to our Rare Drops mod. So the portals will activate once you have the diamonds achievement. Now I will say those Mind Cells dungeons are absurdly difficult. I tested one in full netherite on our test server and still got wrecked. So that's why you don't see me go in the portal right now. And we're gonna progress here right up the main drive to our autumnal valley. And then chop down another walnut because I'm hungry. And we're just gonna explore a little bit more. And we find another tree. It's a pecan tree, not walnuts, so I ignore it. Now this right here, this is home. We're going to take a lot of these pumpkins out and do some really creative stuff in here. A quick little jaunt up the valley, and you can see right here, the plateau, well, pumpkins in the way. The plateau where we're going to build our starting house. So let's go ahead and cut over to that so you can see what we do. Alright, welcome back from that fantastic little time lapse there. Now I want to show you something cool. Another mod we have is the Spectrum mod. It's a magic mod all about the power of colors. So you find these geodes like this one here. It's a topaz geode, and there's like 3 other types. And you come down and you mine them out, and there's the little topaz crystals that you see hanging up there, along with the topaz blocks. And when you mine this for the very first time, you get the actual crystal here. Drops that and unlocks a advancement for the Spectrum mod, which also, if you haven't got it yet, gives you the Colorful World guidebook, which explains a lot about Spectrum. It also reveals stuff that was not here before, these topaz ores, which is just really cool that they just hide this like that. Alright, now we're going to take a lovely little trip back to our lovely little starter home, and we're going to tear out the grass floor that I left in here after the time lapse, And we're going to put in an actual floor for an actual house. Shocker, I know. I'm just going to burn through this real quick. And you see on my hotbar, I have two different types of materials. We got polished soapstone and we have polished calcite. The polished soapstone is a Biome to Go item, which is really nice looking. And the calcite, you know, is calcite. And I believe it's twigs that let you polish it and make a nicer version of calcite, which is already a really nice block. So we come in here, grab that, put that down, and then we're going to go ahead and light the place up because it's a house. It needs lighting. And finally, we're going to take a quick outside tour at eye level, which you didn't quite get from the time-lapse effect. So you can see the outside of the house is made up of mostly chiseled cobble and spruce logs. Alright, next up we have another important creation. This is the alloy forgery. And if you ever played the mod Tinker's Construct in the old days of Minecraft, this is very similar. This is from the alloy forgery mod and ties in very well with mythic metals. It allows you to actually create alloys and things of the different metals. Same as you could do with Tinker's Construct, it's just a lot less expensive to create and doesn't have as many just, you know, kind of crazily overpowered tools and weapons that you got in Tinker's. So here's got some automation. You get hoppers on each side of it for adding in fuel, and it has an output at the bottom, which we just put in there. And to make it look a little bit pretty again, put the output on, put the input on, put coal in. You see it starts filling up that thermostat. And come back and dump a whole bunch of copper in to start cooking, because it also will just regularly cook your metals. Like, it doesn't have to be an alloy, it'll just cook everything. So yeah. That's pretty much that. We're just cooking a whole bunch of copper. I cook a few other things off camera. And yeah, good deal. Very important tool. Can be a lot more important in the future. Alright, now the next little thing here is a relatively long time lapse, but I decided about middle of the first week that I wanted to put a river running through my valley. And like any good river, it needs to be coming from a source. So I dig this riverbed all the way up through after filling in some terrain. And it goes up into the mountains and comes out of like a mountain spring kind of location. It was originally going to come down from the top of the mountain, but that would have been a little bit more ridiculous to actually run. So enjoy this. I did. Effectively the end of the river. I have a little bit more work to do here, but we have a little bit of a waterfall come down. And you see I get a visit from our neighborhood giant, Orin. And the river flows all the way down through this peat biome. And it's going to go down to a body of water right at the end of that hill that you just saw. Alright everyone, thank you for standing by through all those time lapses. Hope you enjoy the house and the river, and I'm looking forward to more to come from Settlers Season 2. I know I am. I'm absolutely stoked to finish this video up and get back on the server. But real quick, I want to go ahead and introduce you to my origin. I am an Golem from the Golemancy data pack for the Origins mod. I am a warrior. So you can see here I have different abilities like camouflage, which lets me hide in leaves and become completely invisible. Nature's Gift, you've seen a little bit of that in the crafting. Logs yield me 6 planks instead of 4. I'm careful, I'm immune to thorny plants, and I also don't take fall damage when I jump on leaves. I have a natural mending. And then I'm a warrior. Warrior just gives me a bonus damage, and I don't move as slow when I'm holding a shield. So yeah, that's going to be the end of episode 1. Let me know how you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friend. Catch you in the next one.